Marty.
Let's see. Video's not playing.
Nope.
Always something.
Always.
Yeah, what did it do now? Let's see.
Audio sounds good.
The camera is not working.
Do you have any other apps open that might try to take control of the camera?
No. Oh, now the camera is working.
Okay.
I think. Blue light's turned on, but it turned off as soon as. Can you call me back?
Yeah. Yep.
Okay.
But you're not on there yet. You have to wait. Wait, it's not live yet. This is it. No, it's a countdown timer. No. You have to wait till I have the camera on. Sorry.
Okay.
There you are.
I think I needed to answer the call with.
What's that? Yeah. Don't turn it off. No. No. Cindy's planning a Halloween thing. Well, that's okay. It'll scare everybody else. Alright, so the timer should be going. Hopefully people can't hear me, because I think I have the Skype part of it turned off for the stream.
Okay, cool.
25 seconds.
Alright.
Got 7 people in already, so that this is working like we hope, that people get the notification, gives them a little bit of time.
Of course, I still don't have the notification on mine.
Really?
No.
What the heck, man? Alright, there we go. Alright, so let's remove that. Remove that.
Yeah, I got nothing. I'm refreshing your video list, but yet people are logged in.
Yep. Okay, we got you on screen. Now let's get me on screen. No. We got you twice. Let's try that one. Got you 3 times. It's got to be the one. There we are. Okay. Move. Those of you watching this, welcome. Okay. All right, Marty. Got you on there.
Okay.
So let's see if people can hear us. Hopefully they can hear us, because that's always that's been a challenge in the past. So we see Marty. Yep. Okay. Stephen Banks sees you. Brett, hello. Can you guys hear us? Okay. We got the exact same setup as last time, so hopefully it works.
Yeah, I sure wish I could see. I could see it.
So you're on my channel again, and you don't see me, huh?
I'm on your I'm on your channel, on your videos page. I'm refreshing.
Okay, they hear us, and we sound clear.
And the last one I have is the 1 hour ago you posted a video.
All right, we sound good, and they can see you, so that's good. I can keep you informed in the chat too. It's not the end of the world.
Okay, I hate this.
Yeah,
why doesn't?
Maybe you
on your channel.
Maybe you unsubscribed. Or you?
No, I'm
dislike too many of my videos.
Yeah, that could be. No, this is the only iPad I use for this chat, and it's always the same one.
I don't know. All right, guys. Well, welcome. And this is a big event, Marty, because this is our 10th live stream. Believe it or not.
I always get these wrong. Like today, I published a video. I said I think this is our 9th one.
Number
I think
10.
I'm always behind.
And you saw that not only are we on Google Play, iTunes, but now Spotify as well.
Yeah, that's cool. I've never used Spotify.
Spotify is bigger over in Europe, I believe, but it's getting bigger in the United States. So, because I actually had a couple of people ask me specifically about getting on Spotify, so we are now on Spotify as well.
Isn't Spotify more of a music channel? But
they're opening up more to podcasting now, I guess, recently. So super cool. All right, so that's all good. So you still don't see us, huh, Marty?
I think I'm seeing it now. I had to go to the email link to get it, but yeah, it's there now.
Yeah, so. If you set yourself up for notifications on my channel, I think you definitely get an email at least.
Well, I am. I got your email, but it's odd that I'm on your channel and it doesn't show up.
Yeah.
Who knows?
I don't know.
Oh, you got 13 people. All right.
Yep.
Well, welcome everyone. Cool.
Nice. Clay just got back from a Greenway run. Clay's he's a one-wheeler down here, but he actually lives in Naples. And the last show, he was at the Greenway, and he got stuck in a thunderstorm. So no rain this time, though.
One-ways, are they waterproof?
One wheel? Did I say one way? I probably did.
No, maybe I did. I don't know. But yeah, one wheel. Are they water tolerant?
That is a sore subject in the one wheel community, because when you look at future motion advertising for the wheel, they show them running through puddles, running at the beach, doing all this stuff that exposes it to water. But if you look at the official instructions or the official warnings for the one wheel, it'll say, do not ride through big puddles. It is not watertight, and that will void your warranty. So I think it's kind of misleading.
That's pretty bad. If the official videos that they're publicizing showing, that's bad.
Yeah, there was a video that they showed where they had people riding one wheels around having water gun battles, shooting each other with water. Then this was an official Future Motion one wheel ad, but it's not covered under warranty. So there's a lot of bitching about that, and people send their stuff in thinking it's going to be covered under warranty, and they say, "Oh, sorry, it's $500 to fix your board." That happens quite a lot.
But in practical terms, are they water tolerant? Like, I don't know.
Well, I would say no.
Light rain or anything? No,
I wouldn't do it. They sell waterproofing kits. Future Motion doesn't. A third party does that seals up some of the problem areas. But yeah, I wouldn't. Based on what I've seen, I would not push it. There's a couple seams where water could get in right by the tire itself. And I don't know why they don't make them watertight. I mean, I wouldn't think it would be that hard.
So it's not the motor axle area; it's actually the control board parts.
It's the control board battery parts. Yep.
Yeah,
which are on either end.
You kind of think versus an EUC, you would think the one wheels would be actually kind of easy to waterproof, right? Gaskets and
EUCs are much more water tolerant than a one wheel is.
Interesting.
So, yeah. So anyways, okay, so what was I saying before I or what were you saying before I interrupted you?
Hold that thought. Let's see, I was just, someone's commenting on this last comment.
I see it.
I just happened to see about the Harbor Freight convex mirror. So, the idea with these mirrors, so the mirror I have on my helmet, which is not a convex mirror, it's a flat mirror, it's absolutely worthless for actually seeing anything that's behind you in terms of, reading a sign or, and anything like that, because the mirror is vibrating, it's small. The point is you just glance at that thing and it tells, and you know that there's a car moving. You can tell there's a car behind you coming up.
Exactly.
You can't tell whether it's a Ford or a Chevy often, but you can tell. Or you can tell if there's a bicyclist coming up on you, though any self-respecting EUC would not let a bicyclist pass you. But it's just quick glance, situational awareness. It's not for actual detail. Now the one I have on my wrist for one pair of my wrist guards, that's convex, but it's serving the same purpose. I can just hold my arm up a little bit and glance, and I can see broad strokes that, hey, there's a car coming up, or it's all clear. There's nothing behind me. I can hang a left. So I would, for the wrist one, I would say don't try and go for a flat mirror. Stick with the convex, and
yeah, definitely
just use it for that. And I don't know, Duff, do you have one for your wrist by chance, or you just have the helmet?
Cindy bought me one for my wrist, and I've used it a few times. I forget it a lot, but I'm fine with the small one for my helmet. Yeah, I use it exactly like you said. It lets you know if something is behind you, and that's really all I need to know, just so I have an awareness of the space around me. So it does well for me for that.
All right. Yeah, what I was just going to say, I saw these people in chat, and I was wondering if anyone happened to have seen my 360 video I pushed out in the morning. In the video, midway through, I comment that today is our 9th live stream.
Oh, okay. I see. Wait, hold on a second. Hey, Cindy. There's no Cindy here? Yeah, never mind. Okay. Oh, sorry. Okay, so let me look through our notes again. Marty is the king of notes. Oh, huh? Oh, right here. If you want to be
I can
seen.
I can see your armpit.
I don't fit.
You gotta get right behind. Over here.
Fit.
Other corner. This shoulder. Happy Halloween.
Yeah. Great.
I like that Marty's laughing.
Yeah, I might be wearing that when we go out to ride on Halloween,
What are you going to wear below the neck? Your body is it going to be something? You're going to have a knife?
No, he's asking what you're going to wear along with the mask. Naked, she said, but I doubt that. She'll probably have clothes on, more than likely.
Why don't you wear one of those those bodysuits that look like you're naked?
Oh, right? Yeah, I have seen those.
Yeah.
Oh boy, now what do we have? Oh wow!
I know that one. Yeah.
I see your cheeks. Yeah, yeah, that's very nice. Okay, Cindy's the comedy relief. Okay, bye. All right, so okay, she's done for now.
Okay.
So Marty, this is something totally non-EUC related, but it's funny. Like, remember, I think it was the last show we were talking about your retirement and that kind of stuff.
Yeah.
And like how they screw you on vacation and all that kind of stuff. It's funny, like us talking about that. It got me actually looking at my retirement because as a
Here
government.
It comes.
Well, no, actually, it's good that you did, because like as a government employee, like the state of Florida still gives you a pension actually. But
yeah.
But I had an option like 10, 12 years ago that you had they introduced a new plan where you had an investment plan option, where that money that goes into a pension, it can just go into an investment plan instead. And then you have a one-time opportunity during your tenure to switch it. So I just happened to look at that after our conversation. I happened to call the retirement system and run my options, and I'm glad I did, because switching to a pension was like 35% more. If I worked till 62, it's like a 35% more per year payout than what I was doing. So thanks.
Wow. All right.
Appreciate that. It just feels funny to even care about that stuff nowadays, but yeah, it's weird. Like, well, what they make you do is, your investment plan, it has a cash value, and you basically have to buy back into the pension plan. So there's a formula where they say, okay, if you want to get back in the pension, you got to pay X amount of dollars out of your investment plan, and I had enough money there to do that, so that's what I'm going to wind up doing.
Cool.
Yeah.
Well, you're a little behind. You're a little behind me in age, but but yeah, you're gonna start thinking about that. It's gonna creep up on you like tomorrow. You're gonna be, my God, I'm retiring next year.
Do you have a pension, or is it like a 401k deal?
So I work for Boeing, and Boeing moved. I'm in a pension still, but all the new people, there's no pensions. And then and they stopped contributing to the pension about 2 or 3 years ago. Instead, they Boeing contributes money into your 401k.
Oh, really? Interesting.
But I still have a very healthy pension, fortunately, so that's good.
That's good. Cool.
Yeah.
That's interesting because like they did that for the Florida pension system as well. Like maybe 6 or 7 years ago, they changed it where I heard. You guys hear that noise?
I don't hear anything.
That's probably just on my end. They changed it where new hires don't get as much of a pension, and it takes longer to get vested. You know, the normal shit.
Yeah.
So.
Yeah.
All right. Well, I'm sure everyone is very excited about pension talk. I'm sure everybody's around retirement age. So.
Yeah. Well, there might be more people closer to retirement than you think, right?
Yeah. Exactly.
The EUC crowd does tend to lean to the older end of things, I think.
Yeah. They are older. All right. So, CC Chetkowski, he asked. He asked a question earlier as well about the helmet mirror. He's asking about our thoughts on the Gotway Tesla. I mean, it's been out for a while. I don't know if Marty owns one. I do not. I've never ridden one.
So, are you CC? Are you the one in the forum that's been posting some comments the last couple days about the Tesla that you bought, and you're kind of he's someone on the forum anyway. I don't know if it's CC. Okay, so I guess it's not him, but there's someone on the forum had the same thing. He bought a Tesla, and then he started reading about cutouts and issues, and so he was kind of looking for confirmation that he made a wise choice. I'm not sure if there's anything he can do if he didn't, but as I and other people have been saying, that I think the Tesla's a fantastic wheel. I don't think it's been any more problematic than any other wheel. There have been some cutouts. I don't know if Duffy, do you remember a year ago, or some guy in Asia was cruising really fast.
Oh yeah, he face planted at like top speed.
Yeah, it looked like he was looking at his phone at the same time, and never, since it was Asia, we never heard any first-person reports. Not totally clear whether he hit. Some people think he hit a divot in the road, and that threw him off. So I don't know. There was that. And there's been a couple items, but
well, you have Ron. That famous Ron crash on his Tesla in Miami.
I forgot. Yeah, that was a Tesla, right? Yeah, and so people look at these things, and of course, they say cutouts because you never see a KingSong cutout because they won't. Right. But then again, they won't go that fast, right. And so this same old thing. Gotway allows you to turn off all safety features and then risk it, and people do. And KingSong doesn't. Ninebot doesn't. Inmotion doesn't. And that's why you tend to see more of accidents and cutouts and stuff like that on Gotway. But bottom line is, I think the Tesla's a great wheel, and I have no worries about riding mine fast.
When's the last time you rode yours?
Let me get my notebook real quick.
I forgot about the notebook.
Well, remember, I changed to just a master log, so I can just glance at it to see whenever.
Yeah.
So I rode my Tesla on October 6th.
Okay.
That was the last time I rode it for about a 30-mile ride.
Okay. That's not bad.
Yeah, so I use it. Well, we can segue from that maybe a little bit into the fact that the Tesla is the only Gotway 16-inch wheel you can buy right now.
Yeah, I think we mentioned that briefly in the last show. You said that they're officially not making the ACM anymore, and you were wondering if they were going to introduce something else in the 16-inch class.
Yeah, okay, I forgot I had mentioned that. That had I thought it was fairly anyway, that Jason confirmed that's the case. He's not selling them anymore, and Yeah, so I don't know. I guess we're just gonna have to wait, but I really hope that they do come out with ACM3 or some large, long range 16-inch wheel, because yesterday the basis for that 360 video I pushed out today, I took mine on a 50-mile ride, and it was a blast. 50 miles on a 16-inch wheel. Can't do that on no other 16-inch wheel.
Yeah.
Currently, I guess. Though, as I said in the video, I think you'll probably realistically be able to buy an ACM probably for the next year. I mean, I still see first generation ACMs on, that you can buy from China and various websites. Old stock, right?
Well, I think it's interesting that you mentioned also, because I didn't realize this, that not only is he not eWheels is not going to be carrying the ACM, but you said he's not going to sell the Monster at all.
Well, okay, so Jason on the website today kind of published, or yesterday or today, he published his spreadsheet that shows all the wheels he sells, and the Monster wasn't on there.
Because I mean, when you look at the conventional shop page, I still see the 100-volt Monster there.
Well, on his spreadsheet that he posted, there was no Monster. I asked about it, and he did write back a little blurb that implies that he's still selling it, but it sounds like it's iffy, or not sure what kind of stock he's going to have on hand. It might be maybe it'll be a special order, but I guess you'll still be able to buy it. But he changed. The Monster's not there. There's no KS16.
Yeah, what's that about? That's a popular wheel. Why would he stop selling that?
Maybe it's not popular. Maybe it's not as popular as we think. The V10 is not there.
Wow, the V10 or the V10F, or both?
Both.
Really?
And again, he responded something to the effect that things are iffy right now, with all the problems they had in the past, and maybe, who knows, he's a distributor, or he's a retailer, right? So maybe the distribution channel is just messed up with the Inmotion, and maybe, I don't know, maybe it's not worth his while carrying it, but yeah, that's interesting.
I'm looking on his main page, like he has not a graph, but he has all the stuff. Well, that was from September 29th, though. Okay. Huh. You said it was a literal spreadsheet that he posted?
Well, no, it's that pictorial where he has the top columns are all the wheels, and then there's with all the characteristics below it.
Oh, okay.
And he posted to the forum. He posted that yesterday or today. He posted it, and so according to that, I think the Tesla was only 16-inch wheel.
Wow.
that he's selling.
That surprises me.
Yeah, really. I don't know. It's definitely still seems a little slow. No really new wheels, right? And it'd be interesting to hear about the next Gotway wheel. Of course, I tend to be more interested in Gotway wheels.
As far as e-wheels goes, I mean, maybe it'd be nice if his strategy is to actually start stocking more stuff, because it's tough when you're ordering and it takes 3 months, 2 months to get something. And I know I would appreciate it if he was able to have more stock, and maybe if he cuts down on the models that he's offering, he'd be able to stock more. I don't know.
It is, yeah. Like you and I can probably, at this point, I know I can have much more patience because
we have wheels.
I have a lot of wheels to pick from, right? So it's no big deal. But when you're starting off, I want a wheel now. I don't want to.
Exactly.
You're looking around at the e-wheels site. I tell people go buy from e-wheels. They go to e-wheels and it's not there, or it's out of stock, and it'll be in stock in 2 months.
Right.
That's just not a very nice customer experience.
No.
But from his perspective, you know, he's a small business, right? And all that's to have stock in hand. That's money.
It's expensive.
That's money out of his pocket. That's just sitting there, inventory, right? So.
I just wish there was a quicker way for him to turn that around. It's just torturously slow. Like I mentioned in the notes, you know, my mystery vehicle now, it's I'll be lucky to get it till the end of November, something like that.
Yeah. Hey, let's. Do you have any of those videos queued up?
I can queue one up. Yeah. Oh.
Okay. Well, let's see the one that I think is your mystery vehicle.
Okay.
You get that link?
It's the Facebook video.
Looks like it, yes.
Yeah, okay, hold on.
This is what I think Duff's going to be be next. Okay, guys.
All right, I'm afraid to see what this is. All right, let's do a web page. Here we go. Okay. What the heck is that?
I'm not seeing anything.
You will.
Oh, okay.
Wow.
Is that what you're getting?
I should cancel my order and get that. What the hell? That looks like it has like one-wheel style hub motors in it or something. Wow.
I think that's got to be your wheel. That's it, isn't it?
Wow, that's nice. Look at that thing.
That's cool.
That is cool. Wow. Those wheels literally look the size of a one-wheel motor.
I think they're bigger. Look at it. They almost go up the person's knee. I mean, those are huge.
I bet that's expensive. Wow.
Yeah. I didn't follow up to see if that's a released product. I don't know, but
wow.
I think I know what you're getting, by the way, and I think I'd be tempted to get that thing instead. I mean, that thing is gonna turn heads.
I can't show you right now. Watch the stream.
That'll this thing will turn heads more than what you're getting. Of course, like we don't know how much that thing might cost. $10,000.
Yeah, exactly. No, it does look cool though. All right, so speaking again of e-wheels and their wheels that are coming out, I got an email from Jason last week saying that he expects. I guess Chris already has the 18XL, or he should, because Jason.
Really?
Jason said something about him shipping it to me on Monday. So,
really?
Yeah.
I was wondering. I hadn't heard anything about it. I thought because remember he was going to send out the original L he had.
Yeah.
And that just happened. Nothing happened, right?
Right.
So I'm beginning to think, boy, maybe he's not going to send out the XL either. Mm-hmm. So that's cool. So you're going to have it maybe next week, huh?
Maybe. Yeah, we'll see. But it's interesting that I haven't seen anything posted by Chris on his channel regarding it. Because, when the Z10 came, I mean, they were throwing videos up left and right. So,
of course, you got to admit, the Z10 is a little more sexier than the...
Oh, yeah. It is.
The 18L is yeah. From my perspective, I'm going to be interested to see how it handles long, like a 50-mile ride, that kind of a thing. But it doesn't have the, wow, I got to get one of those compared to the Z10.
Mm-hmm. Well, Jason was also real excited about. I guess this is the one where. Remember how he was paying for the bigger molds for the foot pedals?
The pedals, yeah.
And this supposedly has the bigger pedals, so that'll be quite interesting.
I'll be very interested to see your perspective. Because you got these, like you have monster feet, so.
Yeah. Well, yeah, it'd be great to be able to do like a side by side. I'll be able to really break it down compared to the regular 18L. Should be good.
Now, I know this isn't your thing necessarily, but for this particular wheel with the big pedals, you should try a long, see if you can do a 30-40 mile ride.
Well, yeah, and a bigger battery too. So.
Yeah. Right.
Yeah. Well, I can do 35 very easily by going out to Ave Maria. So.
Okay.
I've never done a 40-mile ride at one shot. The most I've ever done is 35-ish. So yeah, I can do that. It's a good idea. So I wonder. I assume it's the same. Have you heard it? Is it the same? We said it's the same people. It's Chris. It's me. It's Chooch, I assume.
Yes.
And you and San Francisco guys.
Yep.
Okay.
Yeah.
All right. Well, I'm not taking off 2 days from work this time to to try to
You're,
turn the wheel around immediately. So
you're not going to?
no, I'm not.
Oh, Duff, come
No,
on,
no.
man.
But I won't
Where's your
keep.
dedication? Where is your
But I won't keep it for 2 weeks or a month. In certain people's cases.
What are you saying now?
Yeah. Cindy's adding more decorations. Okay, thank you. I 3D printed that.
Okay.
Thank you.
Yeah, I'll be. Yeah, I probably will keep the 18 for a few weeks.
I'm sure you will.
Yeah. Hey, unless he tells me not to, that's my prerogative.
Yeah, I'm curious to see if you owning or not owning, you testing the XL would actually get you to go back on your no wheel edict for the next year. No new
No.
wheels. No. No matter
No.
how far you can go or how fast you can go, it doesn't matter.
Well, okay, we know it's not going to go. We know it's not going to be as fast as an MSX.
Right.
That's just they're not attempting to.
Mm-hmm.
And if anything, I think it might have more range than MSX. So I will be testing that.
Mm-hmm.
But again, I have I have three. Yeah, I have three 1600 watt hour wheels right now, and then I have the 2400 watt hour monster. So, and then this XL is what, $2,200? I mean,
yeah, that is really getting up there price wise.
Yeah, I mean, if it was $1,500, maybe. But again, I just have so many long range wheels. I'm afraid I will probably never own one unless it amazes me how it handles. Because I've only ridden the L for literally 2 or 3 minutes. So I am looking forward to getting one to be able to put a couple hundred miles on it and really get some time on it. Because I rode the 18S for 150, 200 miles.
Yeah, I remember.
Borrowed one. Mm-hmm. And I really got the feel for that wheel. Now that was good. So hopefully I can do the same thing with the L. And so maybe it'll wow me. Maybe it'll think, wow, this thing is so much nicer to ride than the M Super. Mm-hmm. That maybe I'll need to get one. But I'm probably going to be saving my pennies for the new the next ACM.
Okay.
Or something like that.
Well, see, that's the thing too with the tariffs and everything. Everything has gone up. 10%, 15%. So something really has to wow you, I think, to be able to justify spending that extra money. At least for me, it does. I'd have to really, really want it.
And plus, I have so many wheels, so that's
a consideration.
These things, it'd be so much easier in a way if you only had 1 or 2 wheels, right?
Mm-hmm. Yeah, exactly.
To be willing to spend $2,000, $2,500 on a new wheel, it's easier to do when you've only have 1 or 2.
Right. Absolutely. So Hunk is in here. Hunk is asking about Halloween costumes. I know that Cindy and I are planning to take our wheels out. There's a neighborhood in our area that they always do, crazy Halloween decorations. And last year we rode around there, and we're going to do that again. I don't remember you doing anything, Marty, for. I mean, you've never dressed up and ridden a wheel, or.
I've contemplated, now that I have the Z10, I thought it'd be cool to dress up in a Batman costume or something with a cape.
That would be good.
But Halloween is what, Wednesday, I think, so I don't think I'm going to have time this year.
Oh, yeah. Yeah, it's kind of weird timing-wise. Hey, Cindy, could you grab me water, please? Pretty please? Thank you. Okay.
You just went all... Did you mute yourself?
I did.
Yeah, okay.
I had top secret communication with Cindy. All right, so I'm reviewing the chat here.
I saw someone was trashing Gotway.
Ugly square
style.
Bricks. Yeah.
Yeah. Who was saying that? And we need to kick them off.
333 NG.
Yeah, you're no longer welcome here.
Well, I mean, styling wise, I would say that I think aesthetically that a KingSong and a And Inmotion wheels, I think they have a I don't know, maybe a more polished look, I would say. You know,
Yes, no doubt. But hey, come on, Gotway does make some. The Tesla. I think the Tesla is a cool looking wheel with the ring lights on the side, and
hmm
I think that's every bit as stylish as other wheels. And the MCM5, I think is. I don't know. I think that's pretty stylish, and there's no doubt the M Super, the ACM, the Monster. Those are pretty utilitarian looking
yeah.
wheels, but not all Gotway wheels are that way.
All right, let's see. Gotway, blah blah blah. Well, I never heard that question before. Would like to have a Gotway. What's the best one to buy? Well, that's not a loaded. That's not a loaded question at all.
Uh, these questions are impossible to answer
The answer,
without knowing.
well, the answer is depends. It depends.
Yeah.
It depends on what you're going to be using it for. Because I mean,
Yep.
they have one that's going to fit, all kinds of different roles.
Right.
If you want something that's going to kind of be a jack of all trades, then you're probably going for something in the middle, like a 16,
Right.
a Tesla or well, I don't know if an M
Well,
Super X is a middle of the road wheel anymore.
no, I wouldn't recommend that if you have other 16-inch wheels, yeah, but yeah, it's more, I don't know. In my opinion, it's a little more specialized just because it's so big.
I would say for a first wheel, like an MCM5 would be a nice first wheel, size wise, control wise, power wise.
The MCM5,
hmm
yeah, except it's a bit. I tend to want to call it almost an advanced wheel because of the shape of the shell,
Oh, because no pads.
no pads.
Mm.
It's to me, I think it'd be a hard wheel to learn on. Yeah, I think everyone can learn on any wheel, but certain wheels I think would be easier to learn on. I think them Super, in hindsight, I think something like them Super would be,
The V3.
yeah,
hmm
or maybe even the MSX. Just
hmm
because it's a tall wheel, so you get a lot more support on your leg.
hmm
I think, or the Z10. I think the Z10, boy, it's a pricey wheel for a first wheel, but
hmm
I suspect that would be a great wheel to learn on because it's so stable. Just kind of wants to, it can almost stay up by itself.
hmm
It might be a really good wheel to learn on.
Um, and I can echo that it is easier, at least for someone like me that's tall, to have a bigger wheel, like to brace my leg for mounting and dismounting. Like when I was messing around with that $200 piece of shit eBay wheel, it was
Yeah,
really hard for me to mount that thing because it was so short and stubby. I had nothing to brace my leg against. So
right.
it is definitely to learn easier to learn those skills when you have a bigger wheel for sure.
Yeah. So Honka, I have not gotten my battery pack from Jason.
Really? Oh.
I Yeah, I have. Yeah, that's probably never going to happen. It's my that's my gut. I just have to live with what I have, or maybe I don't. Yeah, I don't know. But I don't. I'm not one to nag, so I don't want to. I just figure he knew I wanted one and he offered it,
Mhm.
so maybe he'll surprise me someday.
Did you say that that they're coming out with an even bigger battery for the MCM5 than 800 watt hour?
No,
Okay,
no.
thought I remember hearing that somewhere. So 333NG, you would like your opinion. Well, my opinion is that if you're just learning, there's one answer. If you're looking to travel a lot of distance on the open road, there's another answer. If you want to do a lot of fun riding in a small space, there's another answer. So, it really depends on what you're going to be doing. Yeah, because both
My
Marty and I
yeah.
love the M10-3, but I would not say that's a good wheel to learn on, although people have.
And I think you can still get this wheel. I know you can still get this wheel. It's in the distribution chain still. In ACM2. That's my favorite. That is my favorite all around wheel. Even though I don't ride it a lot lately, just because of all the other stuff that's taking my attention. But every time I ride it, it's such a great wheel. You can ride forever with it because of the battery size, and it's a tough wheel. So I don't know but if you can't get that, a Gotway wheel now, yeah, it's tough. Tesla's a beautiful wheel. When it came out, people were really extolling its qualities of riding it's a really smooth riding wheel. It handles beautifully. It's got decent range.
Yeah.
So if you're gonna twist my arm, Tesla.
Oh, so 333 NG's in the UK. Yeah, you definitely should buy that from Speedy Feed because he extends the warranty an additional year, which is a hell of a deal. And he carries all those wheels you're talking about. So
He probably, yeah, I bet he still has ACM2s. Maybe I don't know, but
yeah, we definitely look up Speedy Feed for that. Hunka says if there was a commercial version pack that was professionally made, would you trade in your stock Z10 battery for it? I don't get that. Why would you need? Oh, he's talking about like maybe a bigger battery for the Z10 so you get more range out of it. I assume that's what he's talking about.
Yeah, I think that's commercial version. Yeah, I'm not sure we understand your question, Hunka, the way it's worded. I think the battery pack that's in the Z10 isn't that a commercial battery pack? I mean, it's not an amateur one, is it?
Yeah, he must be talking about extra range, but I'm sure he'll clarify for us here.
Oh, the Z10 for me, wow, it'd be incredible if it had like a 1600 watt-hour battery. I mean, I don't know. I may never get off that wheel then. So I like the Z10. I'd still, as I mentioned in my video today, it still seems to be my go-to wheel more often than not when I grab a wheel unless I'm going for distance, something unusual. I tend to grab the Z10. It's just a fun wheel to ride for me.
So Hunka says that Lucas Z added in extra batteries into his Z10 evidently. I didn't hear about that, didn't see it.
Wow.
How much more capacity did he add, Hunka? Do you know?
Boy, I can't imagine he could have added that much more.
Especially the way that pack's designed, that it actually goes inside the hub. That's weird.
Yeah. I don't know, that 1400. Wow, that's impressive. That's cool to know that that's technically possible. Wow.
That's interesting.
Yeah. I'm not into hacking my wheels to that extent to do that.
Me either.
Huh.
All right.
So let's see. What's your what's that comment you wrote? More OW than EUC lately.
Oh, more OneWheel.
Oh, OneWheel.
Yeah, lately in the last couple weeks, I've been riding my OneWheel more. You probably didn't have time to see the video I posted today. Cindy and I went to vote.
I did.
Oh, okay, good.
I saw the one you were cruising around in the backyard too.
Yeah. Actually, I need to do that more. It's fun because it's just you have a more challenging ride back there.
I'm envious. You've got your backyard is like the size of my whole neighborhood.
Yeah.
You could set up, if you were so motivated, you could set up, like dirt mounds and stuff.
Some people do that around where I live. They actually set up like BMX trails behind their property.
Yeah. You could probably do something like that, like outside that fence in the back that you were riding in, which sounds like that's probably wilderness that you don't do anything with. Maybe you could throw stuff back there.
No, probably could. I only fell down twice, so that wasn't too bad.
That goes to one of my. Why did I think I?
Oh, the skateboard crash. I see.
I commented on just the fact that I'm not sure why I commented, or I was thinking about this, that the OneWheel. I must have seen some other video. It just seems like they're more prone to that dip in the what do you call it when the
Nosedive.
front nosedive. It seems like they're more
Well, you saw that
susceptible
I
to
nosedived when I was in the backyard.
yeah.
You have to really plan for it and just kind of counteract it. Like I wasn't ready for that, but you have to get your nose up. They actually one of the riding modes on the one wheel is literally called elevated, where it constantly holds you at a nose up trajectory to help you in those situations. So yeah, it definitely takes some practice to be able to handle that.
Do they have a mode like the pedals EUCs where the pedals can be like really rigid, so they don't, no matter how much you press on them, they're level. But the one wheel, it seems like they're dipping.
It depends. The novice mode, the first mode on the one wheel kind of limits the amount of movement. It's not as tippy, but yeah, the top mode is called delirium, and that has a lot of back and forth motion. You get your most power and most braking that way, but it definitely is the most unstable, I would say.
Yeah, I wish I could. Well, I don't wish that strongly, but take my UC for voting. But we vote by mail, so not much opportunity to ride to the polling place. You did that last year too, right? Or 2 years ago?
A couple years ago. Mm-hmm. Yep.
Boy, time flies. I remember that.
It's crazy.
Video. I think you must have pushed out a video when you did it last time.
I did.
And that was 2 years ago.
Yep.
Time flies.
Well, we were both on mini pros. That's when I think we only had mini pros. Yeah, I didn't even have a wheel.
See, this is why it's going to be just a couple of years. You're going to be retiring, Duff. Time flies.
Well, I was thinking about it. I mean, like I'm 62 in 11 years. I mean, it's a decade, but a decade isn't what a decade used to be. I mean, it definitely is not. It's crazy.
Yep. So we're talking about one wheel. You want to look at that
skateboard crash?
The skateboard crash. It's kind of entertaining. Looked like he survived, but shook up a bit.
Really? All right. Let's take a look at that. Oops.
So when you see this video, keep in mind everyone should be thinking about this when you're riding your wheels. Pay attention to what would happen if you were to cut out or fall at any given moment. Because you'll see from this video, it could have ended badly if a car was closer.
Oh yeah, he could have gotten run over. Wow.
If a car was
much
closer, he'd be meat.
Totally. I mean, it looked like he was hauling major ass too. Wow.
But what's funny, when you play this video, look at the guy who passes him on the skateboard as he's falling, and he sees him fall, and he just keeps cruising. It's like, yeah, I'm not going to stop to see what's going on. Take a look at that again and see. Do you see him? I just started again. He just keeps going.
Yeah. Man, that was a bad faceplant. Wow. I'm surprised he could just pop up and walk away from that too.
Yeah. Well, he probably had a lot of adrenaline.
Oh, well, now he's laying down though.
Yeah.
Wow. Yeah, that's a lesson to be learned. I think a lot of people don't think about that scenario sometimes. Some of the stuff I see going on out there.
I think about it more often than I like to, but I do when I'm sometimes I'm riding on like over a bridge overpass, and you're on kind of a narrow sidewalk. And what would happen if it cut out and you're at that moment? And just like that, quite often you don't fall straight. You could fall to the side a little bit, and you're falling off. And then if there's traffic,
you never know what's going to happen, because like something like this could happen too. People that just like are oblivious.
This is another.
This is some reckless EUC rider with his 10-foot selfie stick.
Yeah, the selfie stick was a little.
Yeah, so she was just. I guess she was.
Yeah.
Looking in that direction and then walking without, just
I think we all see that, don't we? Where
Yes.
people just people are, oh man, they
just
just
don't pay
do
attention.
everything. But some people are giving me a hard time on this, and sometimes it makes you want to not push out videos when you look at some of the comments that people write.
Yes.
But if you look at this video, I did essentially stop. It's not like I was gonna run her over. I knew, I could see she wasn't looking, and I was slowing down. It's just I was stopping right at the moment when she turned around.
Yeah, I see that. I just like her scream and I have it frozen right now on the moment where her hands are up. Ah.
Yeah.
What does your shirt say? Oh, born in the USA? Okay, well, that's good to know.
She was saying in Spanish to me. My wife is Hispanic, and so she translated it for me, and she said, I think she said, God, you scared me, man.
Oh, okay.
I think that's what she was saying.
Not too
but
bad. It could have been a lot worse.
Yeah.
That's funny.
So I don't have too many encounters like that. But
Well, one of the other things you mentioned now, I just wanted to confirm that you said about Eddie Moy's entertaining cop interaction video. That was when he was on the boardwalk?
Yeah.
Okay, yeah, I saw that. That was a few weeks ago.
A few weeks ago? I thought guess I just watched it a couple days ago. But I saw your comments. I think you were being a little bit oblique in your, I don't know, maybe are you avoiding kind of giving details because he didn't.
No, I have a video on it. I don't know if you've ever seen this in my channel, but okay, go ahead.
I have, but I was thinking I knew what you were talking about because I knew what happened with you, right?
Yeah.
But he didn't, and so I think if you had expanded upon this, said the reason probably why it's not good to post these on YouTube is it might come back to bite you, like what happened to you.
Right.
Then again, he wasn't. I got a kick out of it, and like he said, he was not doing anything illegal. So
he wasn't. But I think what turned me off was him, spitting out the line about it's a personal mobility device and I have a disability. I thought that was kind of crossing the line a little bit. That kind of almost rubbed me the wrong way. It's like someone that has a handicap parking sticker or something, and they're not handicapped. Yeah. That kind of annoys me.
I totally. I get you and I understand you, and it really annoys me the people who park their cars that don't really.
Oh yeah.
But in this particular case, I guess I don't feel it applies because it's not whether he is handicapped or not. It's not affecting anyone else. He's not.
Oh, I know.
I don't know, not being privileged and.
Although he was riding around with a 10-foot selfie stick fully extended on a crowded boardwalk.
Yeah, and that's why she stopped him, right?
Exactly. Well, I guess someone commented to her, and they found him.
But it's given me some ideas because, I'm not all that young anymore, and I actually do have my knees will actually start hurting on some of the wheels, particularly the Monster. If I go for a long ride, must be, the wider stance. My knees will actually really start hurting after a 40-mile ride, and with this this 88 thing actually makes me think maybe I'll see if I can get my doctor to prescribe me that card. Again, it's not like I'm going to be using it for parking close to stores or stuff like that, but to have it in my wallet to give me an excuse.
If someone hassles you. Yeah.
Yeah, to say that, no, I'm not handicapped, but my knees bother me, and I use this to be able to enjoy riding around, and here's my card, and I don't know, might be worthwhile. I think you'd be hard pressed to pull that off if you're 20, but I'm almost 60, so right. I think I could probably pull it off. Yeah, I don't know.
Maybe. So I might have just been in a bad mood that day, but I don't know. It just rubbed me the wrong way. That's fine.
You're just grumpy, Duff.
Yeah, I probably am.
Yeah.
All right, so going down the list here, new Mudguards coming from Matthias. I did see that. I guess And I think part of it was him responding to some of the feedback he got from you and others. I guess that some other people have had some issues
Yeah.
sometimes with the mudguards, breaking or coming off or whatever. So I'm curious to see what he comes up with.
So you haven't seen any? I have seen what he's doing. He's posted some stuff on Facebook. It's like it's like a small narrow fixture that attaches to the shell, kind of like the old one, I think. But on top of that, the actual mudguard is rubber. And
Right. Oh, it is. It's not 3D printed.
no, it looks
Oh, really?
like
Oh,
looks like it's a rubber piece that he's probably using his laser cutter to cut out, and that is attached somehow to the plastic 3D part that attaches to the wheel. So obviously, when the wheel hits, the rubber is just going to deform, and I shouldn't break anything then.
Well, that's
And he's
taking a page out of the KingSong ATNL mudguard.
yeah,
Which works fine. It doesn't look as cool, but it definitely does what it needs to do. So
absolutely. I think Gotway. I don't know if you're aware. Gotway actually has one for the new MSX. It's rubber.
Yeah, I've seen it because he
Yeah.
duplicated that initially, right?
Typical Gotway, where you have to drill holes in your shell to attach it, and then they don't give it to you. You have to probably pay $40 to get it. It's kind of ridiculous, but
that is kind of lame.
But yeah, I think rubber is the way to go for these.
And I guess he also is starting to sell more of his leg pads, his side pads for the MSX, because he had.
I think those are big thumbs up for me. I really like those.
And you mentioned.
So how about
okay.
Yeah. Well, I was just gonna pick out another video. Do we have anything else?
Well, there's an old video making the rounds again. I don't know what it is.
Oh, yeah, it's just a little fun little video. I'm sure you've seen it.
Does this have obscenities in it as well?
None of my videos do. No.
Oh yeah, not a.
Well, you mean that's the Mexican woman that I scared?
No. I'm talking about the last show. How we had that video
Oh.
of the guy scraping his hands and had explicit lyrics, and it immediately got demonetized by YouTube. That's funny. All right, let's see what this is. The Facebook one.
Oh, your video was demonetized, wasn't it?
That's all right.
That's ridiculous.
They have automated processes that listen for words like that, and they will just flag it right away.
5 seconds worth of an hour long.
Yep.
Oh well.
And you can take the swearing out and then let them review it to monetize it again, but you have to have more than 1,000 views, I think, for them to even care. So yeah, they wouldn't do it normally.
Oh well. I'll try not to do that in the future.
Was it this? Is it this one? A Chinese one?
Yeah, with the dog.
I've never seen this. What the heck? What the? You gotta be kidding me. That looks like that's an M Super?
I'm not sure. Maybe you can train one of your dogs to.
Oh my god. Cindy, you gotta see this real quick.
You never saw that, huh? Yeah. Might be a year or 2 year old video, but it just popped up again.
Watch this.
Oh my god, is that a cat?
It's a dog.
No, how?
A dog like an M Super. I have no idea.
Doesn't make any sense. It's fake. There's no way.
No, it's not fake. No.
Dog's weight is not enough.
No, it's not fake.
No, that's real. No, that's not fake. That's crazy. Cindy doesn't believe it.
Apparently not.
Well, you've seen dogs on skateboards before.
Totally, it's different. You've got 4 wheels. This is 1 wheel and no dog.
I don't know. Well, maybe we need to try this with Elsa. I don't know.
You're not putting a dog on it.
No? Okay. Crazy, huh? All right, well.
Marty, believe it?
Cindy thinks it's fake news, but it It looked pretty legit to me.
Yeah, I think that's real.
Oh, Cindy, can you give me a
That's good,
bathroom break?
Stefan.
Yeah.
He always believes in wearing rubbers for safety.
What's that? Yeah.
Uh,
All right. So,
I shouldn't look at this chat window too often. It's
yeah.
gonna crack me up.
Oh, so that's.
Hey, Stefan, you should go to bed.
Yeah, it is late over there. It's true.
Yeah.
CC was talking about the Eddie video as well. That there's too much foot traffic and he was going too fast. Yeah. Yeah. I mean, I kind of got that sense too, Eddie, or Eddie, CC. But that's just me.
So
Cindy, I can't really hear you right here. Sorry, I'm trying to communicate with Cindy at the same time. All right, so.
Well, today I had my second, conducting my second lesson with my wife, learning.
Oh, really?
So.
Wait, hold on 1 second. Hold that thought. Cindy's gonna entertain everybody for 30 seconds while I go to the bathroom real quick. I'm getting old, so you got to go to the bathroom.
TMI, probably. Hello.
Hello.
Oh,
So Duff said for Halloween you were going to wear one of those nude bodysuits.
Why buy a bodysuit? That's just stupid. Unless it's cold.
Make it
it's
look
just
like
body paint.
To make it look like you're nude. See,
he's gonna 3D print me a bikini.
3D? Why not just buy one?
I have so many bikinis.
A 3D bikini sounds very uncomfortable.
There is a 3D printed bra. When I was trying to make a costume for the Widowmaker that has a very low cut thing, because I'm not in doubt, I wanted something to perk it up but attach from the back and not be attached in the front, because it goes all the way down to like your belly button. So I just ended up taping the actual costume to my chest. But they do have 3D printed bras that I found, and I was like, oh, but he didn't make one for me. So, oh well.
Wow.
What are you gonna do? I can hear him walking. I think he's coming back. How are you doing?
Well, I'm doing great. Great. Entertaining to watch you, and you're in every one of Duff's videos pretty much. You're in. Back in the old days you never showed up, but then all of a sudden you started showing up. So
because I think I was more sick back then. The Lyme disease and the mercury poisoning was hitting me bad. When he first got him, I didn't want to ride at all because I was in pain. Hi everybody. Hunka, Steven, Brett. Hi. But I wrote everything today.
Yeah. Oh, today?
Did you watch the video?
Yeah.
Well, not everything, but every kind of vehicle we have.
Yeah.
Yeah. No motorcycles, but but I rode most things. So I haven't been on an EUC in a very long time. So. Hey, Sean, Steven wants 3D enhanced 3D printed pants. That's TMI, Steven. Don't you want to say like something else? I don't know. What are you doing over there? Oh, he's eating more cookies. I made little ghost cookies.
Ghost cookies, okay.
They're just sugar cookies with 2 chocolate eyeballs. They look like little ghosts.
You're the baker in the house?
I'm the chef in the house. Okay, he makes one thing, and he makes it very well, but it's his mom's recipe for chocolate cake, and he makes it totally from scratch. Totally.
Really?
Yep, for my birthday and everything. I rode the meatboat today. Yes, chocolate cake. It's his favorite. So with coffee, it has a little bit of coffee in it. Yep, it does. I do the cooking. Half a pound of butter. But I'd rather eat the real stuff. I don't like fake stuff.
Yeah, me too.
Real sugar's better. I do a lot of stevia.
Yeah, I enjoy baking and only use the real stuff though. All the
you
real
enjoy baking?
Yeah.
Do you want to have a eat one whole stick of butter challenge on one stream?
No, I don't
Just
think
kidding. Just kidding.
That sounds
like an LA. Do you know who LA Beast is? Sean watches him. If you watch his show, then you'd know who that is. The Curious Creations of Christine McConaughey. Oh, okay. Oh my goodness. Well, either way, I had a really good time today, and I was glad that my body worked and my legs were strong enough to ride everything that we did. The weather was so great.
Yeah, you're a
Mr. Figa.
great rider in the EUCs. You really look natural. I don't know.
Oh, the whole time I'm like holding my breath and
Really?
I have weak feet, and yeah, I have really weak feet, if that makes any sense.
Yeah, but it doesn't come across in a way in the videos. You look like you're really having an
Thank
enjoyable
you.
time, and you're very proficient with it and everything. So
I had fun today. I definitely had fun today. Probably the weather was so good. We like to vote that way, get a lot of attention. It's
yeah, I
funny.
bet.
Vote by wheel. So he's standing here waiting to take over. But this chair is super comfy, and I don't know if I'm going to give it back. I think I need a foot rub, and then I'll give you the chair back. He's doing some silly stuff, so I'm going to exit. Bye, everybody. Heart attack stick. Yeah, one stick of butter probably would do that, but.
Bye, Sydney.
Bye, Marty. Here you go. Happy Halloween.
Thank you for Happy Halloween. Yes, thank you. Okay, so now we had our entertaining portion of the show. All right, so Marty, you were saying that you started the process of teaching your wife, huh?
Oh, yeah.
How's that going?
Really, really baby steps, but I'm just I'll be stoked if she ultimately, is successful. It's kind of an open question still, but just going real again, she's not athletic at all, and she feels like she's clumsy and all that kind of stuff. And
what are you trying to teach her on?
I opted for the 14S. Because it's small. I think I lowered the pressure on the tire, so it's not squirrely.
That's good.
And one of the things I thought about was, when you drop a wheel, what happens? A lot of my other wheels, Gotway wheels, for instance, they can turn into wild beasts, right? And 14S, given combination of small size and everything, but it also just turns off instantly whenever it falls, and it just feels it's a perfect wheel. I know I learned on the ACM, and when that thing would fall when I'm learning, and
Dangerous.
periodically, it would be like I really damaged my ankles quite a few times.
Oh, so did I.
Whacked by those things spinning, and
like the pedals will catch your ankles and just lacerate your ankles. Yeah, that happened to me a lot.
Yeah, and so the 14S seems perfect for that. It just turns into dead animals as soon as it falls a little bit. Perfect. So I'm, at this point, it's just been last weekend and this weekend, 15 minutes. So really baby steps. At this point, just getting her to actually just stand on it, to get on hold on to the side of the car, and to get up on the two pedals and just kind of stand there. And she's, if you think back to those days, it is kind of, we forget about it, but it's intimidating. These, when I got my first, the wheel, the ACM, pulled it out of the box, my first impression was, man, this is a serious machine.
Oh yeah.
This is not a toy. I mean, the thing was heavy. It felt just, it just felt serious. And then the power, and in fact, it wants to move on you. And so I'm trying to, assure her that it's unlike a hoverboard. It's not going to shoot out from under you,
right?
Like kick you backward or forward. Just doesn't have those kind of mechanics. So at this point, it's just kind of muscle memory, slowly building the muscle memory, just standing on it without really barely moving at this point. And I
mean, is she liking it? I mean, is she liking the process of trying to learn, or?
I'm not sure. I wouldn't say she hasn't put it this way. I had to suggest, hey, let's do it today. She wasn't like, hey, I want to try.
Chomping at the bit.
No. But she's still willing though, and that's a good sign. In the back of my memory, I'm thinking about what you had said, that maybe the
Mini Pro.
The Mini Pro might be a backup option ultimately if this doesn't work. But I'm taking a long view that this could be
it's good
months. But if we do it every week, and she agreed today that even after just 2 days of 15-minute sessions, she felt a little more. She could sense a tiny bit of improvement, and so
that's what you need.
Take time.
That's great. Cece was asking in the chat about EUCs being considered a motorized vehicle. The parks I go to say no motorized vehicles allowed, and he rides anyway, and I do the same thing. And I don't know if you saw this week, Marty, I posted something that I happened to grab from one of our offices. It's the Florida Guide to Owning Low-Speed Vehicles. Did you see that? I posted it.
No.
All right, I have it on the stream right now. I don't know how well you can see that.
I can't read it, but I can see it. Okay.
But this is primarily dealing with golf carts, because there's a lot of golf carts down here, and it says that to be classified as a low-speed vehicle, it's a vehicle with a top speed greater than 20 miles an hour, but not greater than 25 miles an hour. And it says low-speed vehicles must be registered, titled, and insured with personal injury protection.
Okay.
So it's interesting because it seems like it is targeted towards golf carts, but I was just curious about people trying to expand that definition to cover OneWheels or EUCs or anything like that.
Well, last year I put a little effort into researching this a bit to understand what motor vehicles. There's an actual legal definition of a motor vehicle.
Right.
I found, and I can't remember it. It's some state back east or a law school or somewhere. There's a really rather expanded definition of what constitutes a motor vehicle from a law perspective, and it's pretty interesting in it. And EUCs definitely do not fall under the category of a motor vehicle. And it has to do with, I think, can only carry one person, can't go in reverse. Kind of does something about maybe gears, maximum speed.
Well, in Florida, I saw that the minimum, like the definition of a motorized vehicle, also included 2 wheels or more as well. So that would be another technicality, I guess.
Yeah, I know I kept a link to it somewhere for my personal use, but in California, where of course I ride all the time, they did pass a law that doesn't say EUCs, but the way it's written, it covers EUCs, electric skateboards, electric bikes, and it very clearly spells out that even though these things have a motor, they're not considered motorized vehicles. And
right.
Yeah,
because I've seen that elsewhere too. And I've never seen this definition on that brochure before, because I've seen pretty much what you said, that there was a number of things in the definition of a motor vehicle that an EUC does not meet. So I don't think it would hold up in court if someone tried to put your feet to the fire.
Well, fortunately in California, I think they would, but it's still very frustrating because you come across people that people of authority that'll kick you out of places, and it's I hate the lack of common sense nowadays. They'll just say, "Oh, it's got a motor.
Yeah,
no motor vehicles allowed here."
Right.
It's just like that video, Eddie, where that encounter he had with I don't know if she was an actual police officer, but
she was, I think, yeah.
Okay. His lies were so funny, though. The one that got me, I don't know why he felt he needed to lie about that, was the camera.
Oh, yeah.
He was saying that the camera helps me, or she asked him, said, "Does that help you see?" And he said, "Oh, yeah, it helps me." It just struck me so funny. First of all, that this cop,
said that.
Yeah.
She believed it.
Yeah, she believed it, and then it struck me. So many people are really clueless. here's a cop. She's never seen an action camera, or
No.
to see this thing on a stick. It just seems so common sense. No, that's a camera. It's an action camera. It's not some kind of a device that allows him to navigate or see. And those are the kind of people who are going to be kicking you off pass because it's a motor vehicle, and there's no arguing with them. You just have to get off, let them disappear, and then get back on the path. Yeah. That's my view.
I've had very, very few encounters where someone reacted negatively to me riding, because I always try to be very, very conscious, and I'm not the type that's gonna buzz by someone going high speeds, and I'll even I'll get off and just walk past them if it's really crowded. So I think that goes a long way to avoiding. Some people are just grumpy, like me, but I think common courtesy goes a long way in a lot of situations.
Yeah.
All right, so let's see what do we got here in our list.
There's one more video I think we haven't seen.
Yeah, let me see. Yeah, there's two actually. Oh no, wait! I played your MCM5. Oh, a V10 fall. I didn't see that, and there's another Facebook video on here as well. So let's look at that one because it says everyone saw this, and that means I probably did not. So let's see what this is.
Oh yeah, this is tangentially. How do you say a word? Related to related to EUCs, but it's kind of funny.
All right, what do we got?
I think you'll get a kick out of it.
I've never seen this. Is this?
That's hilarious, right?
Is this in the United States?
No, it looks
I don't think so.
No, it kind of looks. I don't know why I get the sense it was some African country for some reason, but maybe I don't know. Some third world country.
I'm just trying to figure out is that faster than walking? I don't really think. I think it'd be a 1-for-1. You're not gearing your motion at all, so I don't know.
No, I suspect that was just for fun, but it looks hilarious.
I don't know. He looks like a commuter to me. I don't know. I'm not sure.
I don't know how does he steer?
Yeah, that's true. That is a good point. That's very interesting. Did not see that one. Very cool. And then we have a fall here. I'm always excited to see falls. A V10 fall.
Again, it's of his own doing. But
it wasn't like the skateboard wipeout, was it, where the guy could have gotten killed?
No. It looks probably painful, but survivable.
All right. Let's see.
I think it was just posted today.
Oh, is he crouched that far? Oh, he is. He's like. He rides that crouched? Really? Well, they both do.
Yeah.
Oh, ooh. Okay. Yeah, that looked painful. Oh, yeah. He just came out of his crouch, and he looks like he just hit some sort of irregularity on the road there.
Yeah.
He bit it pretty hard.
Exactly.
But it looks like they're fully geared, so yeah, hopefully.
And then he's on a trail of some sort, which is always dirt paths don't look like they look hard, but they're softer than cement, right?
Right.
Something about it. I guess you're sliding on loose dirt. That kind of helps.
Well, it's funny. Like that's what I was running into when I was riding my OneWheel around yesterday. Grass is nice and it's softer, but it also hides potential obstacles sometimes.
Oh yeah.
And that's what gets you sometimes. And like yesterday, one of my crashes, which I didn't have on video, was I rode over a wet portion of the grass going down a hill, and because the one-wheel tire is a slick, when you hit like wet grass like that, and if you're accelerating or decelerating at that point, you're going down because it just slides right out.
Grass is treacherous. I mean,
definitely.
I like to try and remind myself actually to go off road more, and it's tempting to ride across a field, but boy, you're in 10 have to really be up because grass can really hide divots and
Yeah, I've had that too, like where it's high grass and it's actually like wet muck underneath, especially down here in Florida.
Uh-huh.
So unless I know that I have a decent surface, I kind of try to stay away from that.
Of course, you probably know your yard fairly well at this point.
Yeah,
So
yeah, my yard, but I don't like I've ridden the EUCs around the yard as well, and that is a lot easier on an EUC than it is the OneWheel, for sure.
really?
Mhm.
Huh.
Oh yeah, because the bigger diameter tire, it can handle
Okay.
bigger bumps without an issue.
Okay. But is the one wheel more? If you take kind of bad bumps out of the equation, is it more comfy though because of the?
It's different. I don't know.
It's just different. Huh?
I get foot discomfort either way on a one wheel or a EUC if I'm on it long enough. So yeah, it's different. I wouldn't say it's more or less comfortable for me.
Your feet are your nemesis, man, because you're always. It's like no matter what you do, they get to you. I would have thought maybe. Yeah, I don't know. Maybe if you ride more or focus on, my feet used to hurt when it began. I can remember, and I ride with some guys now that back when we started riding along these long. I think I was pushing them longer rides that they weren't used to. They'd want to stop every once in a while and rest their feet, and now they don't. And so I think maybe the more long distance riding you do, your feet just
I'm sure
build up.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, I mean you put in so much more mileage than I do. CC would like to see a video of me taking you for a ride in the swamp with a gator. I don't know. Would you be down for that, Marty? Would you ride through gators like I did that one time? Is that where you draw the line?
Well, at this point, I think I trust you enough not to put me in harm's way. But
I mean, I would go first, so they would chase me first before they chase you.
I'm not sure about that. I think you would catch their attention, then you disappear in the distance, and they'd attack me.
They might. You never know. Oh, Hunka's back. Okay. Yes, Hunka. We missed you, of course.
Or where'd he go?
I don't
he
know.
had dessert.
I remember him saying he was leaving, but yeah. Cindy missed him, though. What? Yeah. Yeah, I don't know if he's still on. I'll see if Clay, are you still out there? I don't know if you're still out there.
So Stefan is asking me about the mic I use. So
well, he was talking about the wind noise on the Insta360, but you said how you record audio separately now in a lot of situations.
Yeah. So all the no matter what you use, they're all horrible. With my Sony X3000, that has a mic input, so I can connect my lavalier mic. I put it in my shirt, clip it to my shirt inside, so it's not sticking out. It's just, it's amazing. You would think it would still catch the wind, but as long as it's inside your shirt, it's beautiful. And then for the Insta360 now, I'm just recording that on a separate device. Actually, I'm getting a much better recorder. The one I'm using now is it's an MP3 player that can record voice.
Do you still plug your mic into that? Is that what you're doing?
Yeah.
Okay.
Well, no, I'm sorry. For one of mine, you can do that, but no, I'm just recording. It's got a built-in mic, so I just clip it on my shirt again inside, and then I actually have I don't have it here. It's a dog trainer. It's a clacker device.
Clicker, yeah.
Clicker. I bought a pack for like $5. You get 4 of them.
Oh, that's how you sync.
That's how I sync. Just do that a few times, and it generates a peak that you can see in the audio track, and then you just line up the 2 tracks. Yes, it does take a lot more time to do this.
I bet.
But the quality, the audio quality is through the roof. It's just like, it's beautiful. And so for me, I just care about the audio quality a lot. I care about, I want to try and put out the best quality video that I can. So that's what I'm doing, and that's why I look forward to getting my Insta360X. I'm pretty sure I'm going to get that next couple months, because It's interesting now that I've been making some of these 360 videos. If you take a 360 camera and you process it to generate a 2D video,
Yeah.
But you can use it to change the view and all that kind of stuff. It looks decent. The X definitely looks better than the one that I have now, the 4K, because the X is 5.2K or something. But then when you convert it to a 360-degree video that you can actually scroll around when you're watching it, if you watch those videos, you'll notice that there's no distortion. When you scroll around, up, down, left, right, all over the place, it looks nice. It's not just you don't get those distorted horizon lines and stuff.
It looks better than the 2D footage?
Yes, the 2D. If you look at the 2D video shot with the 360, there's lots of distortion. The horizon lines will be like this quite often. Depending on how you're panning it,
Yeah, I've seen that.
you'll get a lot of distortions. Pretty evident. If you hold the camera, if you frame the shot just right, you can frame it so the horizon line looks flat. But again, generally that'll only be in two directions, back and front. But if you look at if you look at the one I just published, the 360, pay attention to that. You can scroll around and there's zero distortion. They removes all the distortion, so it looks really cool from that perspective. But to do all that, the resolution gets chopped way down. You'll notice the resolution looks a lot worse than the 2D version of the 360.
I'll have to watch it. I didn't see your video.
Yeah, and that's pretty much, I think that's true of probably all the 360 videos when you watch them in the 360 mode. So I'm looking forward to the 8K. It's coming. It's probably going to be, I suspect, 2 or 3 years before there's a consumer level 8K video. But with that kind of resolution, then even after all this processing to get all these nice effects, it'll still look pretty good. So it's all getting better and better.
Hunko was asking about the GoPro Fusion. I saw Chris Yim posted a Fusion video, and I didn't try to crank the resolution up all the way. I just let it run at whatever the default resolution was that YouTube offered it to me, and that picture did not look great. I'm not sure if it was me or if it was just the processing after it went up to YouTube, but it did not look that impressive.
So I'm finding that a lot of you really need to pay attention to the processing on these videos. If you even the Insta360, if you don't process it the right way, it can look crappy. It can the stabilization can't. I've seen some 360 videos where it's choppy, it's jumpy, and I know why, because if they use the desktop application to generate the video, you don't get what they call the flow stabilization, and it just looks crappier. And then it depends on how you process the video. You can still export the video in a lower resolution, or you can upload it to YouTube in a lower resolution. Yeah, but the Fusion's a cool camera. But again, everything turns me off to it is the processing flows. Everyone just says it sucks, basically. Compared to the Insta360 is beautiful. It's so fast, and I don't want to be working hours.
No.
on a video.
I'll tell you what, I like my pie in the sky purchase I'd like to get for my EUC videos is one of those Skydio drones. Have you ever seen those, Marty? Ian has one. A Skydio R1. They're amazing.
They're pricey, right?
They're like $2,000. Yeah, they are pricey.
Yeah, they look cool. Yeah,
they're amazing.
They look cool.
I mean,
his videos look good.
I mean, he has that thing on follow mode through the forest. And the thing intelligently actually avoids everything. It's really amazing. Yeah, I'd love to be able to do something like that.
I think someday I'm going to get a drone, and it'll probably be one of those type, that minimal. I don't want to have to be.
Yeah, you don't want to be working the controls while you're riding.
Yeah, and for me, when I use one of those, if I do someday, it'll be choice spots. I don't want to, because you do see a lot of videos where drone videos where it's more like, for riding videos, it's more like they're focusing on the drone itself, and in a way that you shouldn't even be thinking that it's shot with a drone. You should be thinking, oh, that's just a cool 10-second shot of this little trail that someone's riding, right? It shouldn't be all about the drone.
Right. It needs to be like a condiment, like a spice, basically, to the video. You don't want it to be the video, all drone footage. But
I like that.
Yeah,
spice.
That's
right. A good way of thinking about it. Yeah.
But where you live, I mean, you could get some just amazing scenery up in the mountains and stuff, and it's cool. Like, with the Skydio, not only can you have it do, you can have it do classic just follow format where it's just following behind you, but it can also be in front of you, going backwards, shooting you. It can do a big circle around you as you're riding and keep you in frame the whole time. So you could get some amazing shots out of it. It's really, really nice.
Yeah. Then again, maybe if I get a 20-foot selfie stick, I can just use.
That's the answer. Just need a longer stick. Just twirl it around like a helicopter. It'd be great.
Yeah.
So you're still liking your big stick. You're not looking for one that has retractable settings on it.
No, actually, I find if I need it closer, I can just grab it kind of in the middle, and then so I've adjusted to it. I think it's a cool. If you do look at the video, I just posted the second half of it's kind of two parts. In the second half, I'm riding on top of a dam for a couple miles, and for that video, I stuck the pole in my backpack, and I was able to extend it a couple feet, and so my hands are free. It's just sit in the backpack, and so it works.
Kind of cool. Yeah,
works pretty good like that too. So I'm experimenting, having fun with it. Get some positive comments. People seem to like them.
Yeah, no, it's cool. The shots you get with it are definitely impressive. We have someone new here in the chat, A. Morith. He says he found our channel last week, and he's waiting on his first EUC to arrive this week. And I had two questions. Well, what did you get? What is your first wheel, and where did you get it from?
That's cool. I think those are fun days. You can probably think back when you got your first wheel, right? It's pretty exciting.
Well, when I got my first wheel, it's I don't know if I ever told the story or not, but when I bought that, we bought the two Mini Pros, and then Cindy was so good on the Mini Pro and so excited about it, I said, okay, well, let's get an electric unicycle. It can't be much harder than a Mini Pro. And when I got that, the whole intention was for her to be the one to learn to ride it. And that was going to be her thing, and I was just going to stay in the Mini Pro.
Really?
Yeah. And then the first day, she wrecked bad in the driveway, fell down, hurt herself, and she's like, I'm not touching this thing again. So I'm like, well, I just spent $600 on this thing, so I guess I got to learn it. But I originally did not. Funny. I did not intend to be the one to learn the EUC. That was going to be Cindy's thing, at least in my mind.
Wow, I didn't know that.
Yeah, I learned because I didn't want to waste the money.
I've mentioned this before that I came across your channel because of Cindy. And this must have been when I was, it was before I got my first wheel. Yeah, so your video must have popped up, Google recommended type of thing, and it was her opening up your Mini Pro box.
Yeah, she has a lot of views on that.
And typical Cindy, she was all enthusiastic,
of course,
she having a fun time, and just watching her play around with that got me to come back later to see what this guy, how he was going to handle it when he got on it, right? This duff guy, how much he got, and then so I fell into starting watching. And
then you saw me fall in the parking lot, and you were hooked.
Yeah,
big dorky guy trying to ride a electric unicycle.
It was fun. It's hard to remember how you thought, but I enjoyed watching your videos, watching you stumble and learn, and it's entertaining, and it's
a lot of stumbling.
But it was interesting. It was all part of the experience, and yeah.
Oh, Hunka saw that video because we had no idea what we were doing, and we were trying different props to help us try to balance, and we got the bright idea to take a big push broom and use that as like a balance while you're trying to ride the wheel. It didn't work very well, not at all. So A. Murath, he got a solo wheel Glide 3. Isn't is the 3 the double wheel one, the Glide V3?
No, isn't that the V8? Isn't that the equivalent of the V8? I thought
the Glide.
Maybe?
Oh, is it? Okay.
I'm not sure actually.
He got it from eWheels, so.
Yeah, I don't think they sell. I think the Glide 3 is the rebranded V8, but boy, I wouldn't swear to that. Someone can.
I can check that really quick.
Yeah, same. Okay, he says same as the Inmotion V8.
Oh, it is. Okay.
Yeah, it's a great first wheel.
That's a great wheel. Oh yeah, it is a V8.
Yeah.
Nice.
Yeah.
Yeah, you'll like that.
Should be fun, and it's gonna be exciting. You're gonna have a fun time. Where are you located? He's hopefully you're in part of the country where the weather's kind of semi-decent.
Yeah, I feel bad for Matthias. He was saying how, like, basically, his riding season is pretty much over. It's freezing, and he can't ride, and I forget how lucky we are, living where we do, that we can ride all year round.
Stephen mentioned in the forum, I think, made a comment, the fact that his riding season's almost over. He's not going to be riding a lot. He's in England, right? And
right.
Yeah, I'm just so spoiled here. I never have to think about the way. I mean, yesterday I was riding at 5 o'clock in the afternoon in the mountains. Sun sets at 6, so it was late afternoon, and it was low 80s. I was in my T-shirt, beautiful, sunny. Yeah, and it's just a typical day, and it's almost November.
Yeah. Well, it's crazy. Like today was the first cold front. In Florida. It's almost November, and it was just awesome because the low was actually 66 degrees at night, which is that's a cold front, and it got up to like 80 or so. So that's what we look forward to in the winter. We just wish it was longer. You get like 3 months of that down here.
Yeah, for us in Southern California, Halloween is traditionally right around. It's like clockwork. Right around Halloween, the temperatures change at night. It definitely in California. It can actually doesn't happen too often, but it can get up in the high 30s at night, like in January or February sometimes. But more often than not, it'll be in the low 50s. More, on average probably, which is, I know that sounds warm for a lot of people, but it's pretty cold for me. It feels pretty cold.
Oh, it does for me down too. Yeah, 50s does definitely feel cold. It used to when I first moved to Florida, it didn't, but it definitely does now.
So it does drop into the 50s at night for you.
It's
in the winter.
Sometimes in winter it drops below freezing here.
Oh, yeah. Oh, yeah, right. We hear that we get the citrus crops freezing in Florida, right?
It's a four alarm fire when that happens. I mean, they do all kinds of crazy stuff to try to protect the citrus down here. And sometimes they run their sprinklers to like encase them in ice somehow that makes it better for them. It's crazy.
Yeah.
But yeah, it does get cold here once in a while, but not very often.
So I think about that sometimes. Right? It must really suck, particularly when I'm a little less. When you're luring, I was willing to ride all the time, no matter what conditions you wanted to be out, right? And now I'm a little more willing if it's crappy outside. I don't have to ride today. But the people that live like where Matthias lives, And you imagine you're learning and you want to be riding, and it's 10 degrees out and it's freezing, and that just must suck.
Absolutely. So Joey Spindler, I know Joey. He said how he just got a Z10, and I don't remember what his other EUCs are, but he's experiencing the difference in handling with the Z10 compared to a more conventional EUC. And he's talking about specifically turning at low speeds, and I mean that's something that I noticed as well. But it's something that at least I got accustomed to pretty quickly, and I know Marty, you probably don't even think about it anymore. But there is definitely a difference, just because I think of the physics of that wheel. The weight of it, it's very, very heavy and low.
Yeah, but I love the low speed. I can't say enough about how much I enjoy the low speed turning on the Z10. It's so nice and easy compared to my other wheels. If anything, it's a higher speed turning that I can see where people would complain a lot more. But
because it wants to straighten itself.
Yeah, So when you're cornering and turning, it's more like your body is really leaning and the wheel is pressing against your leg, and it's a mindset. To me, I tell people it's like manhandling your wheel. The Z10 is a wheel that you gotta just control it, and you gotta just manhandle it, and it's not a wheel smoothly curving, and it's not that kind of wheel. It's a wheel to just have fun with and wrestle with it, and if that's your attitude, you're not trying to make it behave like a Tesla or a V8 or a V10 or any of those kind of wheels, or 18.
You can't tweak it with just like little foot movements. You definitely have to get your lower body involved. Get your legs involved to help support it as you're leaning it and all that kind of stuff. Whereas the M10-3, you're just changing your feet and it's changing directions.
But that should be your attitude. Don't. You're probably forever going to be disappointed with the Z10 if you're trying to find that magic way to make it handle like a 18L or any more traditional wheel. You're probably always going to be disappointed. Change your attitude. Just it's a different wheel, and then I think you'll have fun with it. I love it. I have fun with it, and even high speed turning, where I'm leaning to the side and it's like the wheel's still like this, but I'm really leaning over to get it to turn. But it's for me, it's fun.
Hunka mentioned play that YouTube video link I posted for us. I don't know where that link is, Hunka. I don't see it in the chat. I'm not sure where you posted it. Unless you put it on the forum or something, but I do not see it. But if you tell me where it is, I can. As long as it's not
Don't make him lose his monetization again.
I don't want to get demonetized for curse words, Right, what we got here? Oh, you mentioned, Marty, I know you're a real big Wheellog user. So there's a new version of the Play Store, fixes the Gotway battery and speed issues.
Oh,
what were the Gotway battery and speed issues?
Well, so there are multiple, the Wheellog got forked. There are at least two people were actively developing it, maybe even a third at some point. And the guy who, I can't remember, he's a Russian, I can't pronounce his name, but begins with a P, is on the forum. That's where he's active for Wheellog. And he made some tweaks, like he changed theoretically where the Gotway reports their battery percentages is not correct.
Oh, really?
So he corrected it. So the end result is you'd be looking at Wheellog and it would say you could have a fully charged wheel, and Wheellog would be saying you're at 94% battery because of the way he was recalculating the battery percentage. So you're riding and you're looking at your wheel, you're watching, it says you've got 20% battery or 25%. Oh man, I better be cutting this short. When in reality, according to the Gotway reporting, you've actually got 33%. It's kind of a big deal. And then the speed was off too. on one of the versions, so that I know I'd be looking at my watch and it says I'm going 18, 19 miles an hour. And I'm thinking, I don't know, it sure feels like I'm going like about 22 or 23. And again, that was off. Well, so he finally pulled everything, and then there's some other idiosyncrasies, I think, had to do with the Z10 support and the Gotway support. You could either have one or the other, not both at the same time. And anyway, all that got fixed, and so the most recent version, 2.0.19, got released. I've been using it. It's great. It fixes all those things. So it reports the battery level consistent with the Gotway levels. So when the watch says you're at 15%, you are at 15%, and then you start getting that low battery beeping from the Gotway. It's all consistent. The speeds are correct. It works with the Z10, works with the Gotway wheels, and this is big, I think. It's in the Play Store. So finally.
Oh, it wasn't before?
No.
Oh, I didn't know that.
The Play Store version's been about 2 years old for a long time. So finally, we can tell people, get Wheellog. Where's Wheellog? How do I get it? Now you can just say, go to the Play Store, search for Wheellog, install it, and you got it. So I think that's huge.
And it's still Android only, though. No iPhone version.
Yeah, only Android.
Yeah, I'm sure I would like that for my phone, but I have an iPhone, unfortunately. But
as I've told other people, if it's something you really care about, you can buy one of these $30 disposable Android phones. That's all you need. You don't have to activate it.
Yeah.
And then you can have a Pebble watch. For me, besides the application, it's really the integration with the Pebble watch, which is so nice to be able to glance at my wrist, see the speed, temperature, and battery level instantly, and to have the alarms too. So it'll buzz at me if I'm exceeding the amp draw that I set.
Isn't the Pebble watch, is that discontinued? Do I have that right?
Yeah, it's been discontinued for a couple years, but you can still buy them. And the Pebble store was taken over by another entity. I don't know if it's commercial. I assume maybe it's just like an open source. I think they call it Rebel.
Oh, okay.
Yeah. So if you can buy a Pebble watch, and you still can, I think it's a great, for $50. It's just so nice.
I'm sure I could find one on eBay somewhere as well.
Yeah, they're out there.
Cool. All right, so we have covered the list officially. Let me just see. How are we doing on chat here?
Coming up in about 2 hours, so I think that's probably a good time.
So. I got to work tomorrow. Oh, yeah, you're not sick anymore. I didn't comment that you're not sick. It's been 2 weeks, but you sound much better.
Thanks. Yeah, I actually still have a slight cough. This is really hanging, but 95% of it's gone, so that's good. Yeah.
How many sick days did you take?
Yeah.
Because you said you were going to take Monday. Did you take Monday off?
I did, actually.
Okay.
Yeah.
But just Monday.
And I had a talk with my manager too, and she was totally with me. She understood the next year I'm going to, instead of taking a 2 or 3 hour chunk of sick leave because I got a dentist appointment or something, for the next year or so to use up this sick leave that I have. I have like 35 days of sick leave banked, which is pretty much going to disappear in 2020 because of the change. It's going to be there, but in practical terms, I'll never be able to access it. So for the next year, there's no longer going to be 1 or 2 hour sick leave. They're all going to be in 8-hour chunks.
Okay. Well, that's good.
So.
Well, yeah, if it's a use it or lose it scenario, you might as well use it. So.
Yeah.
This is another interesting question here before we go. James asks, can we list all the reasons why one would fall on an EUC?
Oh yeah.
that's a long list. I mean, inexperience would be one. Excessive speed, not paying attention to your surroundings. You can have a mechanical failure. An
You saw
electrical
the
failure.
you saw one video we posted tonight, maybe where the bike, the trail, right? He just hits a bump on the trail and he goes flying.
Yep. Yeah, if you go back and watch the video from the beginning, you'll see we did post a couple videos. But there's so many different. Oh, an EUC driver's manual. That's funny. Who was it that was making that comprehensive like EUC Bible? Who was it that was doing that? It's a guy that like strapped all kinds of shit onto his wheel. Like he like customized. He had all this stuff. I think he had an M Super, and he had like all kinds of pads and weird stuff.
Really?
Yeah,
I don't think I heard of that.
Oh no, you know him. Over in Europe. What the hell is his name? Yeah, someone in chat might know, but he was like for a while he was maintaining like an EUC how-to.
Yeah, he's got a name like EU some European.
Yeah.
Yeah, I think I know who you mean. Yeah.
You remember his wheel? Like how he had it like duct taped all these pads.
Yeah.
All this weird stuff on it. Yeah. So, but I haven't heard anything from him in a while, so I don't know if he's still maintaining that. But the list is endless as far as things that could make you fall. You just need to be prepared. You want to wear safety gear. You want to be aware of your surroundings.
I tell people whenever I have the opportunity, riding an EUC is a contact sport. Mm-hmm. There is just no way around it. I don't care who you are. You're going to fall. You're going to be falling. Mm-hmm. Hopefully, you're not going to be breaking bones or anything. I've never broken anything. But I've scraped skin. I've bled.
Yeah, me too.
It's been a long time. Fortunately, I don't think I think the last time I hurt myself was on the firmware bug on the M Super, and that was in July of 2017.
I remember that.
That was the last time I twisted my hand. But other than that, it's been pretty good. But I still consider it's a contact sport. You're going to be hitting the ground at some point, and you're going to be hitting the ground more often than not at the beginning. Yep. Look at Hunka. He injured himself on it with his shoulder, and I think he's coming back, but he's really gun shy about EUCs now for quite a while, but he's kind of an old timer. But it happened to him.
Yeah.
And this.
Yeah, I think I've seen James comment on some of my videos on my channel, and he seems to be real worried about the reliability of the wheel itself. And I would say, I mean, if you're using it within parameters, that's a minimal concern. I mean, it's not like it's impossible, but there's a minimal chance if you're riding at a safe speed, your wheel's not going to melt. You're not going to pop a MOSFET. That usually only happens when you're riding at the limits.
I have, this is kind of a broken record, right? But just, we don't know who's watching this, right? And I have 10 wheels. They're nice wheels. I've owned more than 10. That's my current stock is 10. Right. I ride them all. The only wheel that it failed on me was the firmware bug on the M Super V3 when I first got it. Mm-hmm. Once that was fixed, on all my wheels, I've never had I've had problems.
You've melted wheels, but that was extreme abuse.
But that's extreme environments, right. And you're not going that fast because they're extreme environments. But just riding, I've never had all those variety of wheels, which includes KingSong, Ninebot now. I've never had any. I've never had any problem. No cutouts. Yeah.
I've never had a cutout. Never had a cutout.
So it's impressive, really. I think very few wheels just randomly fail while you're riding them. Yep. It's an exception. Mm-hmm. So.
But if you plan for that possibility, that's the best thing you can do. Make sure you're padded up as best as possible.
Yeah, when I rode yesterday, in my 50-mile ride, I had my helmet, I had knee pads, elbow pads, my wrist guards. Mm-hmm. and whenever I go for dedicated rides, I'm geared up, prepared for the worst.
And you can even go beyond that if you want to really go crazy. You see people wearing like BMX crash gear, basically armor. Back and chest armor, leg pads. You can look pretty scary. You can look like a SWAT officer if you want to.
Yep.
So, all right, Marty. I think
I think that's good.
We've said it all.
Yeah, I thought today was going to kind of be a shorter one actually, but it turned out. I think did we ignore the chat too much? Probably, but
I've been watching it.
You've been?
Yeah. No, we're doing better with that, I think. Yep. So hopefully by the time the next stream rolls around, I'll have the 18XL and
yeah, that'd be cool.
Talk about that. Yeah.
Yeah.
I doubt I'll have my mystery vehicle by then, but miracles do happen, so you never know.
Well, you could change your order for that. That other.
The fat tired one. Yeah, it's true. I could. I am curious what it costs.
Yeah, I'm gonna look at that too. I'm curious to see if it's something you can actually buy right now.
Mm-hmm. Yep.
Did look cool, but yeah. Well, thanks everyone for stopping by. Hope you enjoyed the show, and I guess we'll be seeing you in a couple weeks.
Sounds good.
Right, Duff?
Yep. Talk to you later. Thanks, Marty.
All right. See ya.
All right. Bye.